Hi and welcome to this Key Learning Initiative video. Today's topic is finance and we're calculating the percentage of the increase. So before we get going, please click on the subscribe button if you haven't. Otherwise, do like and share so that more and more people can see these videos. But let's get going with today's topic. Calculating the percentage of the increase. Now there's a formula for doing this. Let's have a look. Our formula says percentage change is the change over the original times by 100. Now that looks a little bit complicated. Let's write it in another way. The finishing amount minus the starting amount over the starting amount times 100, and that's going to give us the percentage change. But let's look at a few examples and then this formula will make a lot more sense. So let's have a look. Example 1. Calculate the percentage increase from 100 to 135. Step 1, or the first thing we do, is we write down our formula, our finishing amount minus the starting amount over the starting amount times 100. So that equals, and we start off with our fraction line. Let's have a look. What is our finishing amount? Our finishing amount is 135. Then we subtract, and our starting amount, we're increasing from 100, so our starting amount is 100. And then over our starting amount, which is again 100, times by 100. That gives us 135 minus 100 gives us 35 over 100 times by 100. We put that in our calculator, or you use your fractions to cancel, and that gives us 35%. Don't forget to put your percentage sign at the end. We ask for the percentage increase. Alright, let's look at another example. Example 2. A pair of shoes costs 200 Rand. If the cost is increased to 230, calculate the percentage increase. Alright, so we're asking for percentage increase, and so we use our formula. Finishing minus starting over starting times by 100. Let's fill in the different variables. So that equals our finishing amount. Well, it's increased to 230, and so that's 230 minus, and our starting amount, it started off at 200, and so minus 200, the starting amount, the cost of the shoes. Then over the starting amount is 200 again, and then times by 100. We put that in our calculator, or we work it out, and 230 minus 200 is 30, and that's over 200 times by 100. And that, if we cancel, or again put in our calculator, we get equal to 15%. Next example, example 3. A pair of shoes costs 350 Rand. If they are discounted to 300, calculate the percentage decrease. Now, I know our video is called percentage increase, but it works identically. There's just a trick at the end. So, our percentage change, and that equals our finishing minus starting over starting times by 100. So, that gives us, let's look, our finishing amount. Well, they discounted to 300, so that's where it finishes. So 300 minus our starting amount. Well, the pair of shoes cost 350, and so we subtract 350. over our starting amount, which we've just worked out, is 350. And we times all of that by 100. Now that equals 300 minus 350 is minus 50 over 350 times by 100. Now if we simplify and cancel or put it in your calculator, doesn't matter, we'll get negative 14,29, and there are a whole lot of decimals around, and we've rounded off there to 2 decimal places. But you'll notice it's negative. If you get a negative answer, you'll know, or you should guess, that it's actually a discount. If your percentage increase is negative, it means it's a discount or it's a decrease. Alright, so therefore it's a discount of 14,29%. Alright, so always remember, percentage increase, if it's positive, it's increasing. If you use your formula and you get a negative, it's then decreasing. So, thank you for watching this key learning initiative on finance, on calculating the percentage of the increase. Again, if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel. Remember to like and share so that more and more people can see and watch these videos. I hope this has been really helpful.